all y'all? Jarrett Roser here with Central defensive lineman Scott Smith Jr. getting ready for his senior year, fresh off that state championship with the Wildcats. Definitely one of the top 2026 prospects to know around the state of Louisiana this year, and a key piece of that Central defense that's going to be looking to turn that state championship into more of a tradition and go make another run this year. Scott, how's everything been going overall this offseason, man? Good to see you.
Good to see you too. It's been good. We got a lot of young guys coming up, and it's going to take a lot of work to get back how we was last year, or even better than what we was. And as a D lineman, we lost one of our coaches, so we just got a new one. He coming in, and he good. A lot of intensity. Want us to get back to the bowl, the championship, and he coaching up the young guys good.
When I was over there a couple days ago and missed you, I talked to Marvin in particular, talking about the defensive side, as you guys were a couple of kind of breakout guys this year, and people kind of knew DK and KD and some other seniors on that team, and y'all came along and played y'all's role at such a high level. With all those seniors that graduated now, though, what does the process look like for a guy like you in terms of needing to now be a senior leader, not just a guy that's out there making plays, but sees maybe a little bit more responsibility, not just on Friday nights, but all week long or all off season long? What does that development of your role look like this off season?
It's like, like the weight room on the field. Since like I said, like we got a lot of younger guys coming in. It's like a lot. Like we got to develop fast and help them get right, learn the plays and stuff like that. Like after practice, I have some of the D linemen and we go over some drills or do some work after. So we like get their hands right, get their feet right, learn the plays. And it's a lot of other guys that stay out there too, just to like run routes, get on the jugs and catch balls. Stay after, just talk about plays. Or like me, Marvin, a lot of the older guys, we just start doing that to help them develop fast right now to be ready for the season.
What do you feel like as a veteran on this team, it's going to take to get back to that same sort of place where you're contending for a state championship at the end of this season? Last year was such kind of a storybook ride where, the program hadn't won a state title since 1966. And so y'all kind of built up to that point. What is it going to take to make that be kind of year in, year out that Central is, if not the team raising the trophy, one of those last few teams standing?
Yeah, we're gonna definitely gotta have that want to like to get there and the want to there, want to go to practice and intensity and just want to be out there for real and to be savages like when you're on the field, just want to hit, you know, stuff like that.
For your offseason and your development as a guy that is going to be leaned on to make big plays on Friday night, but also a guy that we're looking forward to for years to come, where you're going to play on Saturdays and all those things. What is important for you this season as you try to continue to develop and take a next step in your game?
Right now is I'm working in the weight room just to get my size up and get lifting heavier, getting back with this leg when I get back out there, and working on more moves to use out there in my hands, using my hands more.
I mentioned we'll be looking forward to hearing ultimately where you end up going to play college ball after the time that this senior year is done. You've had several schools, going back to even during last season, that started extending offers. And so you've got some great choices, in the mix for you in your recruiting process. Who have been some of the schools that have been the steadiest with you throughout this spring that you kind of hear from the most, or you can kind of feel that prioritization from them in the recruitment?
Definitely Houston and probably Tulane and Raging Cajuns, ULL.
Gotcha. I know I saw when you announced you had the OV set for Tulane. Do you have officials set with all three of those schools for this summer?
Yeah, I got Texas Tech, Houston, and Tulane set up right now.
Gotcha. And do you think the Cajuns would be one that you're probably going to get to at some point this summer as well, if you're hearing from
Yeah.
them, or yeah, probably so. When you get a chance to chat with some of the coaches and they talk to you about what they've seen from you that has them so interested in you potentially signing there, what has been the message from some of those programs that stood out?
Definitely just like keep doing what I'm doing and working and use my hands, and I got good speed and I could bend around and move like as a bigger person, taller and stuff like that. I can really get down low and move around linemen and stuff.
And what are you looking for when you have a chance to talk to some of the college coaches, or when you get a chance to go on some of these visits? What do you want to see from a program or a coaching staff as you try and figure out, okay, who is going to be at the top of my list when I start getting close to decision time?
Really the connection I have with all the coaches. Like if I walk in and I like feel that like they want me there, or like I see coaches or I see players and they like say what's up and hey, like the family, like do I feel that connection if I when I walk in there? Or do it just feel like home, what somewhere I want to be?
What do you hope, whether it be the coaches or some of these fan bases that are starting to check out who you are and try to learn more about who you are, if their favorite program's recruiting you, what do you hope they get a chance to know about who you are? Not just some of that stuff we were talking about in terms of what's kind of popping off the film that the coaches are liking as a player, but
Mhm.
just the type of young guy you are. What do you want them to leave a conversation with you, knowing who you are, or reading a story or watching a video like this? What do you hope their takeaway is on who Scott Smith is?
That I got a lot of ambition. I'm really a good person, happy, like to connect with new people, um, hardworking. Yeah, I think that's really.
There you go, man. I appreciate your time for sure. I told folks on three when I was kind of writing my updates of my first couple stops of spring. I was like, I was bummed I didn't get a chance to see Scott at Central on Tuesday, but I know I'm going to get a chance to chat with him sometime soon. So glad we got a chance to.
Yes, sir.
Anything else that you want folks to know, or you kind of want to update or anything, or you think we pretty much covered it?
We covered it. It was good.
There you go. Again, he's Scott Smith, a standout rising senior for that Central Wildcats defense. Got a lot of attention from from schools all over the region, certainly. You know what? I actually do have one more that I wanted to ask you, because I know LSU's shown some interest too. They haven't
Mhm.
offered, but that's a program right there close to home,
Yeah.
that you've been on their radar. What has been the communication with those guys thus far?
It was a lot of communication with me and Coach Peoples, and then they was looking into my medical history, about like my shoulder and stuff that happened. But then they checked that out and it was good. But then I got the injury with my foot, and it kind of like slowed down a little bit. But I think they'll connect back with me when I get back on the field and they see I'm able to still do what I need to do.
Yeah, that the foot's going to make things obviously kind of frustrating to have to sit through some of the camp stuff, but obviously, take it easy, don't risk anything, and we look forward to you being back out there this fall for the Wildcats, man.
Yes, sir.
Again, he's Scott Smith, as I was saying, senior defensive lineman, one of the top prospects to know in Louisiana's 2026 class. For Louisiana versus all y'all, Jarrett Roser. Thanks to everybody for checking it out.